All right, let's talk about the common student mistakes that lead to failure. And we have 12 common student mistakes that lead to failure. The first one is lack of emotional connection with the goal. When you lack an emotional connection with the goal and you don't feel that, that burst of hope when you think about the results you're going to get if you achieve your goal, you tend to not be that motivated to do the tasks on a daily basis that lead towards that goal. Second of all is being reactive rather than proactive, not taking responsibility. So being proactive means that you take responsibility for your actions rather than blame your entire life on the external circumstances. So you might say, for example, you might try to get something working on your phone. It's like, oh man, this phone doesn't work. It's like, no, you should take responsibility. You don't know how to make it work. It's an app. It does work. Don't say the phone doesn't work. The app is crap. It doesn't work. No. Oh, I don't know how to figure out how this app work. The same thing happens to many students with the program. Like, look, this program is being proven. There's been students who have gone through the program and learned Arabic. A student cannot come now and say, oh, the program doesn't work. Oh, the teachers, they are this or that. Oh, but the teachers, they don't do this enough. Oh, but, there isn't in the No. Take responsibility for your shortcomings. Say, oh, at the very least, this doesn't work for me. Even though that is still, a way to find an excuse to not do the work. Because that's just not me. As we will learn coming up on the next few topics, we are creatures of habit. So there is no such thing as, I am not this. No, you haven't trained yourself to be that. There's no such thing as I am not an athlete. No, you have not trained your body to be an athlete. That's what you are, not an athlete. Everybody is capable to be, every human being is capable to become an athlete. Every human being is capable to become a successful entrepreneur, a successful artist when it comes to drawing, a successful, poet. There is no such thing as I am not this or I am not good at this, but rather I am not trained for this. So the same thing happens with the program. Some students in the past have said, oh, the program doesn't work. Oh, this, the teachers are this. And it's just a way, is a toxic way on how to find excuses to get the responsibility of you to not do the work and to feel good about not continuing the program or not doing the work. Hopefully that makes sense. The lack of plan as well. Proper planning is the key to impeccable execution of any worthwhile goal. Create time for visualization. Write down your end goals and itemize the steps that you would take to reach them, which we'll get to when we get to the planning part. Before you begin, look at the end. Anticipate obstacles and plan solutions ahead of time. You will not lose your way if you ask for directions repeatedly. Do not rush, plan, prepare, execute. Productive people don't just achieve random goals, they are intentional in the way they live their lives. They can see the big picture. So, many students, they lack of planning. I give you guys the practical steps on how to plan your success and achieving your goal of learning the Arabic language, but because it requires some type of discipline, and many students, they don't want to have that discipline. It's not they can't have the discipline, they don't want to. What happens is that they go ahead and fail at the program because they haven't planned, and lack of planning creates lack of emotional support or emotional attachment to the goal, which leads to losing momentum, which leads to eventually, failing at the program. Distraction and being distracted by unnecessary things in life. The opposite of focus is distracted. Like, look, if you have things, if you say that, oh, my phone is distracting me, oh, my family is distracting me, oh, like being in this place is distracting me, my friends are distracting me. Find a way on how to get rid of those things in a good way, like ethically, especially when it has to do with people, and you will find focus. If your family is the problem, find a place where you go only there to study. If people around the house is a problem, find a time and schedule and systemize your life to be able to be efficient at that particular time when there's nobody in that particular, in the house, for example. If the children are the problem, go sleep early and wake up before everyone in order for the kids to be asleep and not be a distraction. If the phone is a distraction, get rid of the phone in a, again, ethical way, like I will show you in a little bit. But there's always a solution. Like, be proactive, find the solution, and don't be distracted by things. Visualize and reflect what is distracting me, write them down, and see how you can get rid of those things in an ethical way, in a sensible way, and practical way to be able to find focus. Because focus is there. It's just that the distractions are in between you and the focus. Focus is, focus is always going to be there. But the thing that is preventing you from get to focus is those distractions. If you get rid of those distractions, you will see that you will only find focus. Next is the fact of not being able to delay gratifications. Many students, they tend to be in a rush. They want, oh, but I've been in the program for 3 months and I'm still not being able to speak. It's like the program is made for you to complete it on average on 24 months. What do you expect after 3 months? This is something that requires time. Your brain needs to adapt. Your body needs to adapt. You need to adapt the routines in your house. In your life. Learn how to delay gratification and don't get anxious when you don't see the results straight away. We are so used to living in this type of societies where you get the results right quick. Many people, they don't have this ability to delay gratification. They go to liposuction is called, or like plastic surgery of their bodies to get abs because they don't have, the enough, willingness to actually do it the natural way and through a diet and working out. Students, they tend to fail at programs because they want those results quickly. They want to learn all in 3 months. Can I complete? This is a very common question that I get of students before joining the program. Can I complete the program instead of in 2 years, in 6 months? Okay, it's fine for you to ask the question, but why are you feeling like that already? This is a marathon. It's not a race. You need to be able to understand, okay, this is, a goal that will require time. And I need to learn how to delay gratification. If I don't see the results in 6 months, in 7 months, which obviously you should be able to see it, and you will see them, inshallah. But many times we tend to find a plateau where like you feel there's going to be a point where you will feel like you're not progressing anymore. You're speaking, you're making the same mistakes, you're studying the same, and you feel like you got to a plateau. You reach a plateau. So you need to be able to understand, like, okay, this will take time. I need to delay gratification and understand that it's not the day that I plant the seed that I will collect the fruit. So not being able to do this is a main reason for students to fail in the program. So mentally strong people don't expect immediate results. Success is an instantaneous. Expecting it instantly is a sign of impatience and overestimating your abilities, and in turn, underestimating how long changes take. Create realistic expectations and recognize that progress is sometimes slow. This way you will be adequately prepared for the future. Next one is comparing his level 1. The student compares his level 1 to level 50 of another student. This happens a lot when you first join the weekly conversational sessions. You see students that have been coming for 50 weeks straight to the weekly conversational session, and they don't stutter like you stutter, and they know way more vocabulary than you. And the first reaction you get is like, oh, but why I'm not able to do what they do? They have been doing this for a long time. Stop comparing yourself to others. Look at your own progress. Look at your own self. Look at how long you have been doing this for. And even if there's another student that have started at the same time, and he is able to do things that you are not able to do, everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own journey, their own tawfiq. At the end of the day, the success will only come, from Allah. So it might happen that person, Allah has made it easier for him, this particular thing, and maybe you have easier something else. Maybe you are more sincere, or maybe you are, better at understanding instead of like speaking. So stop comparing yourself to other people and understand and like focusing between you, your progress, and Allah. And stop looking at, what's next to you, and say, Allahumma barik when you see students progress, and don't develop ill feelings for other students, even if that's something that happens naturally, but be aware of it so you can actually correct that. And this brings me to the next point, which is being envious of others. There are many students who start to get envious. And the same thing happens, like I said, it's natural. Sometimes it happens from student to teacher. Sometimes it happens from teacher to student. So it's very important that we all get, that we are aware of this type of, heart diseases, and be able to clean ourselves every time we see somebody excelling, or somebody that has something that is, that is surprising or something. We say, Allahumma barik, may Allah put the barakah in it. So some people will always have what you don't. It is okay to be jealous. You are human. But the poisonous emotion of resentment will stun the growth of your mental strength, as you will spend too much energy on bitter thoughts, stressing and agonizing over their success, comparing it to yours, which is due to rational thinking, and would eventually lead to illogical behavior. And this is so important to understand. These envious and type of ill diseases of the heart, they are based on irrational thoughts. And these irrational thoughts, it will lead you to illogical behavior, and you will look stupid and dumb. I'm telling you, like when you look at people who are envious, they just look so dumb and so stupid. So it just looks so bad. So, and like I said, this can happen to any of us and to the best of us. So, just being aware of it and reflecting on it and understanding that this can happen, we already have the way on preventing these things. Resentment stems from perceived notions of injustice or deep-rooted insecurities. Many times, envious people, they are insecure within themselves. You need to realize that you don't know what goes behind closed doors, or what your classmates have gone through to achieve the amount of success they are enjoying. Rather than competition, you should look to establish cooperative connections. Stop focusing on other people's success or stressing over competition, and set a healthy background for yourself. Whenever we are grateful, it becomes almost impossible to be jealous or spiteful. When we feel grateful, our brain releases dopamine, which makes us want to feel that way again, and we begin to make gratitude a habit, which brings me to the next one, is not tracking his progress, causing him anxiety. Now, the opposite of this, when you track your progress and you see the progress you have, wow, in just 1 month, I got to this point. In just 1 month, I memorized 500 words. Wow, like, alhamdulillah, I feel so grateful. And it's true, right now I understand this and I understand that. And I will tell you guys later on how to track your progress in order to avoid anxiety. But, like when you are grateful, when you practice gratitude, it creates that dopamine release, and it pushes you to want to achieve the next milestone. and it allows you to obviously focus on your progress and be grateful for your progress, and leave away those ill feelings and ill envious type of burst that you might get for someone else. As well, letting failure overcome him instead of requesting help. Many students, they just let failure overcome them. They feel like, oh no, but I don't want to ask, Ustad Muhammad, I don't want to ask this Ustad or that Ustada because they are busy, and it's okay, I will just figure it out. And you just let, like, what are we here for? Like, we are here as instructors to guide you. Don't feel that way, and don't let that pressure overcome you. Otherwise, you will end up stopping the program and not achieving your results. So having self-awareness, knowing one's strengths, weaknesses, drives, values, and impact on others, is basically being able to like having self-awareness, like knowing your strength, your weaknesses, your drive, values, and impact on others. So self-awareness can also be identified during performance reviews. Self-aware people know and are comfortable talking about their limitations and strength, and they often demonstrate a thirst for constructive criticism. Like just being able to ask your teacher or your classmate, can you please give me advice? What do you think, what points should I work on? Where do you see that I messed the most, or et cetera, et cetera? Like, you are able, when you have self-awareness, you are able to do that. So self-aware people can also be recognized by their self-confidence. They have a firm grasp of their capabilities and are less likely to set themselves up to fail. They know too when to ask for help, and the risks they take on the job are calculated. They won't ask for a challenge that they know they can handle alone. They will play to their strength. Now, as well, the next one is very unhealthy habits. There are many students who have very unhealthy habits, and it causes them to just little by little fail at the program. Whether it's phone addiction, whether it's social media addiction, whether it's late sleep addiction or problems with late sleep, food addiction. It might be, let alone like haram stuff, like, I don't know, whether it's porn addiction, whether it's, addiction to talking to sisters on social media, or addiction to smoking, whatever addiction that is causing you to be distracted. It goes back to the same thing we were saying, like distractions. Whatever is causing that is an unhealthy habit, and is going to cause you to fail at the program. And then thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. Many students, they join the program, then they know about another program or another book or another teacher, or they thinking about going here, going there. So they finish, trying that out, and then coming back into the program because they saw that it wasn't what they thought. And then they go back, they see another program, and they start another program, and they jump from place to place, and they never complete any program. They just jump in from place to place, not being able to finish what they start. And this brings me to the last point, which is not applying every single part of this program. Many students, they join the program with a full cup. So thinking that they know better what will benefit them. Oh, I don't need that much vocabulary. I'm just going to focus on grammar. Oh, I'm just going to focus on grammar. I'm just going to focus on vocabulary. I don't need that much grammar. Oh, I'm not going to attend the weekly conversational sessions because for me, it's more about understand. Like, when you hire a personal coach, you let the personal coach do his job, right? He is teaching you something based on experience. The same thing with the program. I am the designer of the program. I've been through the process, and it has worked successfully. And I have shown through other students that have gone through the program that it works successfully, and they have applied every part of the program. So go ahead, empty your cup, and let me fill it up and complete the program just as it is designed to be completed. So these are the common student reasons for failure in the program. You will find this in the resources section. You can print this out and leave it, somewhere where you always see it, whether it's in your bathroom or whether it's in your room, and read them like once per week, so you can refresh yourself, reflect on them. Am I getting close to one of these? Am I doing one of these? Because if you're able to, keep them fresh in your mind, you're going to be able to prevent them and get rid of them as soon as they creep on you. And with this being said, I'll see you guys on the next lesson.